Yeah, I guess we can start off. So thank you everyone for joining in. And no, I'm not sitting in front of a beach right now. It's just the background. So guys, we have SCMHRD current ongoing students, and you can have this interaction one-on-one as well with them. So thank you all for joining in, and you SCMHRD, Trix, Stuti, and Nyasa. So it's up to you now. So you can take it from here onwards.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, sir. We're glad to be here, and thank you so much for having us. So, is our voice okay? Aditya, is our voice okay? Sir, is it okay? Audible?
Yeah, it's audible. Yeah.
Fantastic. So yeah, let's. Right, fantastic. Right. Yes. Okay. Can we have the PPT? So it's visible to all, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
All right. So yes, to all the students here, I'd just like to first of all start by, even before my introduction, right? I just have to say that we get where you are and we get the position that you're in, and we absolutely understand whatever you're going through, the pit in the stomach, the butterflies, the excitement, the nervousness of how the next 2, 3, 4 months are going to be, and where you're going to end up, and how are you going to be after those 4 months. It's all right. We have been in your position. I think 10-ish months ago we were there. So, you can consider us, as your people, people who you can ask questions, doubts about MBA in general, about our college, Snap. So feel free to ask questions. And with that, I'd like to say I'm 𝗪𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗽𝗍 from SCMHRD, a first-year sales and marketing student, and I'm a part of the admissions and PR team. Hence, you can see me here. I have with me my two teammates, Stuti.
Hi everyone, I am Stuti Agarwal. I'm pursuing MBA in Human Resources at SCMHRD. My SNAP percentile was 99.34, and I am also part of the admissions and the PR team at SCMHRD.
Hello everyone, my name is 𝗪𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗽𝗍. I'm pursuing MBA in Human Resources at SCMHRD Pune, and my SNAP percentile was 99.3. And I'm also part of admissions and PR.
Fantastic. So we three are here to answer any of your doubts. So this is just a medium for us to connect with all the aspirants, how they want to think about Snap, about SCMHRD in general. That's why we're here. So let's move on. Right. So talking about our college, it's been 3+ decades of excellence, right? We have a proven track record of developing top-tier management professionals, and we just don't say that; we actually make them into one. And what is the trust factor, and how do you trust this basically? Because we have international accreditations for the same, so recognized globally with AACSB and NBA accreditation for quality education, right? And then when you come here, we offer you a wide range of specializations. So it's not a very timid course. You have many specializations. So if you go for the core program, we have HR, we have finance, we have sales and marketing, and then we have operations, right? And then we have two separate programs, which is the BA, Business Analytics, and Infrastructure Development and Management, which we call as ITM, right? And then, once you're here, what do you want? You want a robust curriculum and a strong industry connect. Well, we provide that, right? With good corporate partnerships and active alumni networks. So we have many alumni coming and going out of our college, right? They keep visiting for guest lectures, for just to provide us industry insight. So we're almost in connect with them. And anytime you get a chance, you connect with them on LinkedIn, and that's sort of a tip that I give out to you very early. So yes, that's an average life here. So moving on. Right. So this is something that a lot of people are interested in. Right. So what is the batch profile? I'm a fresher. Will I get it? I've done IT. Will I get in? Do I have my chances cut out? But see, we get all of that. That's why we're saying that, we were a part of the same journey, right? So we get where our doubts come from. So almost half of our batch is of freshers. So the graph that you see right there of the WorkX graph, the biggest line, the biggest graph that you see is of freshers. So that's what, we're saying that 50% almost of the batch is freshers. And then we have some work ex. So the average work ex comes to around less than a year, which is 11.29 months. And the average age would be 25. And then we have people across the border in terms of, their work ex and their backgrounds. So you can see good enough number in IT, in manufacturing. So, people are here from media and advertising, and I, for one, am, right? I did my bachelor's in journalism and mass communication, and from that, I switched to MBA. So I'd be one of those 3% people, right? So basically, we have people from all over, the scale in terms of industries and in terms of work ex. So you have nothing to worry about, right? We have a huge diversity of people coming in. Moving on to business analytics, right? Which is another one of our, courses that we give out, right? So it's a program that we give out. So here, the average work ex is a bit elevated, as you can see, for 34 months. Why, you'd ask? It's because the eligibility criteria for BA, business analytics, comes to 24 months of work ex. So you need to have 24 months of prior work ex after your undergraduate to be eligible for this course. Hence, you can see the elevated average work ex. Here too, if you see, there are people across industries. So from IT, of course, it is a bit IT dominated, but then you have engineering, manufacturing, consulting, BFSI, retail and commerce, and then others. So many other fields that people have come from, which we've clubbed together. So yes, then to the third one, which is infrastructure development and management, IDM. Right here, so the eligibility, you'd have to listen a bit carefully. So it's either 12 months, either you've done your engineering, right, BRP planning, or you need to have 12 months of work ex in industry specific domain. So if this is the infrastructure domain, so you have anything in all of the infrastructure. So you have energy, you have construction, right, infrastructure, consulting, anything. So if you have that, then either or you can play around here. And here the average work ex is 14 months as well, right? And you can see the diversity here as well. So yes, moving on.
So now everyone of you must be thinking about what is the eligibility criteria. While Antariksha has already given you a brief of it, I'll tell you in detail. So for the MBA core program, we offer 4 different specializations. They are sales and marketing, human resources, finance, and operations. Now for MBA core, you need to have at least 50% marks in your undergraduation. Then comes the next program, that is MBA in Infrastructure Development and Management. Now, this is quite a niche program offered by our college. And herein, any graduate who has done BE or BTech, B Architecture, B Planning can have it, can go for it just like that. But people who have done anything else in their undergraduation need to have 12 months of experience in industry-related work areas. Now, thirdly, we'll look at MBA in Business Analytics. Now, for Business Analytics, as you might have seen, the batch profile also said that the work experience factor was quite elevated, right? Because we have 24 months of work experience. Additionally, again, for both MBA in IDM and MBA in BA, you need to have at least 50% marks in your graduation. Okay, moving on. Also, meanwhile, I would like to ask, one of the major factors for you in choosing these schools, after you're done with your exams, group exercise, personal interaction, everything else, what do you actually look for when you are choosing a business school? You can type down your answers in the comment section. Yes, Vaibhav says placements, and rightfully so. Connections, great. Peer group, wow, nice. Roles coming to the company, fair. Campus life. Okay, so we have lots of them. Now, for the placement highlights, I'll tell you the slide that you are the most interested in, I'm assuming at least. So our college is very well known for the summer placements. Do you guys know what summer placements are?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So summer placements, basically, the first 6 months when you enter into any college, your summer placement starts, companies start coming in. And our college is one of the best colleges for summer placements. For MBA core, we offer the highest stipend of 4.5 lakhs, which is just for 2 months. So that's huge. The average stipend stands at 2.37 lakhs and the median stands at 2 lakhs. Now, coming on to the final placements. So this happens in your second year, end of second year. The highest in MBA core is 35.9 lakhs per annum. And then we have the average, which is 21.47 lakhs. And the median is 20 lakhs. So you can see these whooping numbers. And you can have a look at the slide. Now, we'll be moving on. Okay, MBA in Business Analytics. This is the program that you require a 24-month work experience in. So the highest stipend during the summer placements is 3.2 lakhs, which is just for 2 months. Average comes to 1.33 and the median is 1.10 lakhs. Now, for the final placements, the highest is a whooping 25.6 lakhs per annum. The average stands at 20.25 lakhs and the median is 20 lakhs. Moving on. This is our third program, which is a very niche one, Infrastructure Development and Management. The highest stipend stands at 3.5 lakhs for the summer internships. Mind you, it is only for 2 months. Average is 0.84 lakhs and the median is 0.6. Final placements, the figures are 21 lakhs per annum. Average is 14.17 lakhs. Median is 13.60 lakhs. You can take a picture of the slides if you want to. And for more details, you can visit our placement records in our website.
Right. Let's just address some of the questions. It's very, very good that we have a lot of questions coming in. And to all the people, right, keep the questions coming in, right? It's fantastic. So we're here to answer them. So Anushka asked, I'm from a history background, but I'm interested in joining your MBA BA program. Will it be hard for me to learn technical subjects? So Anushka, as long as you have a 2-year prior work ex, right, after your basically your undergraduation, then it's absolutely open for you. And we just showed you the slide wherein you could see that there were people across industries, right? So they are work ex students. So it's basically their industries that they worked in. So you have nothing to worry about. You'd have a big peer group, right? Which would be having a similar situation. And there are people who are from different domains, as I've just told you, and you just need to fit the eligibility criteria and you will flourish. Like you don't have anything to worry about. And then Vaibhav asked, do work ex students get any advantages? Vaibhav, we just discussed about the fact that almost half of our batch is freshers. So again, Vaibhav, rest assured, you just have to be clear about your goals, and you have to be defined. You don't have to worry about the working situation right now, right? What about sales and marketing? Yes, what about sales and marketing? Actually, I heard yes. So this is Rohit, right? Again, we just were discussing about the placement slide is probably the best slide to give the answer to that, right? Because once we talk about placements across the border. So if you can see the average that my friend Stuti quoted here, and the median and the IS, so it's for around the whole campus, and it's for each and every specialization. So again, there is nothing for you to worry about. So don't worry. Stuti, do you want to take
Additionally,
up?
I would like to add that in our MBA core program, we offer you 4 different specializations. One of them is also sales and marketing. So I would like to reiterate, it's sales and marketing, human resources, operations, and finance. So SCMHRD is not for HR only. It's for all the specializations, 4 specializations in MBA core. Then we have business analytics and infrastructure development and management. Poonam says how to prepare for the interview after exam. Okay. So firstly, few tips would be, number 1, be very well versed with your CV, and number 2, have a good reach on current affairs and what's happening around you. And for all of this, what we are doing in our Instagram channel, in our Facebook and LinkedIn, all our social media handles, basically, we give out certain videos, we give out some tips and tricks to you, so that you can understand how to prepare for the interview and the GEPI process. Also, about the process, we'll be talking about it later on in the slides. Okay, I'll be taking all the questions a little later, guys. Let's have a look at the PPT again. And I would like to ask you guys, while you were thinking of doing an MBA, you must have definitely thought of placements, right? And which is the company that you feel like, I want to go here? You can, have a peek through the slide and you can pick out your favorite company from the slide as well. Yes, please tap it down in the chat box. JPMC, nice. You see it right in the center. Asian Paints, Amazon, nice.
GSK, we have
GSK.
some pharma guys, right? That's nice. HUL. Cipla, Google, Asian Paints, HUL. Fantastic.
Yes, so you can see a whole lot of companies coming to our campus, and this is just a few companies. This is not an exhaustive list at all. You can spot your favorite recruiters right here, and we have many more. You'll find the list in our placement reports. Just have a look at it, and then we'll be moving on to the next slide.
Okay, so Okay, so I know MBA is all about academics, but at SCMHRD, we try to inculcate this academic rigor with different aspects of life. So recently, I would like to guide you through what life at SCMHRD basically looks like. So we have a lot of, with academics, we try to celebrate a lot of festivals on campus. Recently, we had Ganesh Utsav, and upcoming days, we are planning on celebrating Navratri as well. And it's basically, we're trying to inculcate culture into our lives as much as we can. Apart from that, we have 14 student-driven clubs and committees that you can be part of. So let's just suppose you are someone who likes performing arts, music, dancing. We have cultural committee on campus. If you are somebody who likes to be part of sports activities, we have sports committees. If you're somebody who perhaps is wants to get a first-hand experience about marketing, or perhaps wants to be part of the admissions process, we are actually the part of admissions in PRT. So we have a wide range of committees and clubs present on campus. And if you have certain niche interests, like you are very much into analytics, we have analytics club. Apart from that, we have NEEV, which is our cultural fest, and we have a committee dedicated for organizing the event as well. So now moving on, facilities. So I would like to guide you through what facilities we have present on campus. First being, we have a 24/7 access to doctors at all times on our campus. So if you're not feeling well, you can quickly get yourself checked, and we have different kinds of doctors who visit campus as well. With respect to library, our library is constantly getting updated with resources from different specializations. So you can as well refer to them at all times. And apart from that, they have a really good fiction collection as well. Cafeteria. This is a place where all of us hang out, do the case competitions together. So we mainly have two spots, one being Simbi Eats and one being 𝗪𝗏𝗀𝗃𝗃. Stuti, what's your favorite thing to have from 𝗪𝗏𝗃𝗃?
My favorite has to be cold coffee with Maggie. This is my go-to thing. What about you, Antariksh?
I like to keep it clean. I like a good omelette there. So yes, I don't delve much into cold coffee and stuff. Yeah, but yeah.
Okay. The entire campus has a really great Wi-Fi connectivity. We have a computer lab. We have Bloomberg lab for people who probably want to pursue research. We have real-time financial data in the Bloomberg lab. We have auditorium where a lot of our functions, induction programs, and leadership talks are held at. We have in-campus convenience store. So if you need to go and buy something, you can just approach and get whatever you want. For people who are very much into fitness, we have a yoga center, a sports arena, and gymnasium, and a swimming pool to keep yourself rejuvenated throughout the entire 2-year journey of your MBA. Now, moving on. Yes, this is a slide that is very close to our hearts because this is the pride of our legacy, our prestigious alumni. So, to tell you, how many of you do watch IPL? I mean, I think everybody does. Yes. So one of our alumni, Vikas D. Nahar sir, who is the founder and CEO of Happilo, was the title sponsor for Rajasthan Royals in 2022. And he was also featured as a guest shark in Shark Tank India. And we have Meera Mohandas, who is director at Wipro. And you can go through the slide and see it for yourself how strong our alumni base is. And meanwhile, we will be taking in some questions that you have.
Right. So addressing a few that were previously asked, right? Let's just. I think we had one from the ACE. Yes. So 𝗪𝗵𝘁𝗀𝗃 asks, I'm from BTech ECE background and having 4+ years of work ex, so will it be hard for me to get into the core or BA program? Absolutely not. I mean, you've just given the answer here, right? You are you fit the eligibility here. So you have a 2-year work ex, and then you can obviously apply into core as well. So, 𝗪𝗵𝘁𝗃, you have absolutely nothing to be worried, and you will fit all the eligibility, and you will have no hardships or anything to get into the programs. You just need to, gear up for the exam and stuff. And then Right. Hey bro, Aditya asks, hey bro, I have work ex of 2 years in operations background, but I'm confused in operations and marketing. So can you please tell me? Right. So fair enough. So see, as far as the first part of the question goes, right? I think it's a very personal choice, right? So I think Stuti wasn't sure of the specialization that she was going to pick before she was here. I was always sure. I always wanted to go into sales and marketing. It was the one for me. So I never had a doubt. Not even I had of a doubt, but Stuti had some doubts. So I think Stuti would be able to sort of navigate this confusion better.
Yeah, so basically, when I was thinking about specializations, I was majorly confused between sales and marketing and human resources. I'll tell you how I basically chose. So once you come into college, like our college specifically, you have about a month's time to decide your specialization. And I tell you, don't think of it a lot right now. What you can do is in that 1 month, when you have, your classes start going on, you start getting projects. So you sort of have an experience of how the spec looks like. You can also talk to your seniors here and understand what each kind of specialization looks like. Go through the placement report, see the kind of roles are offered in each kind of specialization, and then choose. So for example, I chose human resources ultimately because I felt like I resonated more with the kind of roles offered for human resources and the kind of, the teaching pedagogy that we have for human resources. I really liked it. So I think this is something that you can also choose when you are in the college. So that's not big of a problem.
Right. Onkar asks, what is the total number of snap mocks that you all have taken, and how long did you analyze? So onto the snap part, we'll be coming onto it. But as far as answering it right now, we all took. I think Stuti and Nyasa, both of you took three. The actual attempt, and in terms of mocks, I think Stuti, you were about the 25 some mark, and I was on the 15 mark only. But yes, I think Stuti took 25. What about you, Nyasa?
I actually do not recall, but I do remember taking mocks every 2 days. So I get enough time to analyze them as well. So that was my strategy.
Also, guys, we'll be talking at length about the mocks and the strategies in the further slides. So you can wait a little bit.
Now moving on, we have something exciting for you. So here's a quiz. We are basically going to give you the opportunity to know what it's like to solve the exam, SNAP exam. And so basically, scan the QR code. You have 9 minutes and you have to solve 9 questions in that duration. So come on, go ahead and scan the QR.
So it's basically your mini sort of a snap. We were talking about mocks, right? It's that mini mock. So just scan this and let us know if you have any difficulties in scanning. And after you've scanned, I'd just like a yes in the chat if you can. So after you've just scanned. So if I can see some yeses, I'll be affirmed that yes, everyone's able to scan this. Yes, fantastic. Yes.
Just scan, fill your basic details, and then we'll start the timer. It'll be 9 minutes.
Yeah. So once we've had enough yeses, then we can start the timer for 9 minutes. And all the people who are scanning, early, maybe you can get an edge of a minute or so. So yeah, try to scan it as fast as you can. And then just to also give out, we will be announcing winners for this, and we have something in store for you, which we will talk about a bit later. But yes, let's scan.
So guys, it's 12:30 now, and we'll be closing the form at 12:39 p.m. So your 9 minutes starts now. Meanwhile, I think we'll take some questions. I can see somebody has asked what is the batch size for each specialization for HR, S&M. Okay. So batch size for the MBA core program is 180, and the size of each specialization actually depends according to the number of students who are choosing each specialization. So it's not a fixed batch size for say HR, S&M, or operations or finance. It really depends on the batch.
And for business analytics and IDM program, for business analytics, we have an intake of 90 students. And for infrastructure development and management program, we have an intake of 60 students.
Okay, so I also have a question that as a teacher, I get a very frequently that out of the three attempts, which one do you feel it is the most easiest one, or is it the same across depending on the preparation level? So what's your take? You can all three
So
give your opinions.
yeah. So I'll be starting with this. It's the best if the students can give all the three attempts. Me personally, I'd given all the three attempts and I scored the 99 percentile in my third attempt. So it's not like one paper is easy or one paper is difficult. What happens is basically when you're solving the mocks or when you're practicing for the SNAP exam, there are some topics that you're comfortable with. Like say, suppose I was quite comfortable with arithmetic, but I wasn't very comfortable with the subject quantitative aptitude in general. So if in the paper I see more of arithmetic questions, I'm able to navigate that section as well. So what you can do is, since all the three papers in all the three attempts are different, sometimes it may so happen that I get more questions of arithmetic in the third attempt, like maybe which I got, and I could score a 99 percentile. So it really depends on what topics you are comfortable with respect to what you see in the exam as well. So it's not like an easy or a difficult attempt, just that the questions are different. So make sure you give all the three attempts such that none of your best shots is mixed. None of your best shots is missed, and your highest score in any of the attempts is actually taken for calculating your percentile. Section, yeah, sir. Yeah.
So, in fact, sir, coincidentally, we have the perfect lineup here to answer this question. So, I got it in my second attempt. Nyasa got it in her first attempt. Suti got it in her third attempt. So, we kind of have the perfect lineup to answer that question. So, to all the aspirants who are worrying, right? I got my 99.69 in my second attempt. Nyasa got it in her first, and Stuti got it in her third. So, I mean, that's where it is. So, you don't need to worry, as Stuti just reiterated, that it's about what leans with your strengths, and if that comes on the day, you're very happy. If it doesn't, then you have another attempt and another attempt. So it's always advisable that you give all the three attempts. Why not?
Yeah, this pretty well sums up the answer and the doubts.
I can see another question. Is there any committee or club inclined towards marketing? So basically, we have 14 clubs and committees on campus at SCMHRD. All the clubs and committees are student driven, and that is, the best part about SCMHRD. For marketing, you can join our team, that is the admissions and PR team. So I'll tell you, we do the entire PR of our college all year round. We are solely responsible for it. And we also do the admissions process. So if you're somebody who's quite interested in marketing, admissions and PR team is the committee for you. Anybody, Antariksh, Nyasa, would you like to add on anything towards it?
Yeah, so again, yes, so what we're doing here and how we're in front of you. So you will be seeing our faces when you'll be coming on campus, even virtually, right? When you'll be trying to get into our campus. So anyone who's really enthusiastic about marketing and they basically want to see how they can communicate and they can just deliver their message effectively without any gap in what you wanted to say and what the other person hears. This is the perfect team for you. This is the perfect committee for you, because you can see your growth and you can see the way you interact with a lot of people, with a lot of stakeholders. And this is where you experience your form of growth. If you're really inclined towards marketing, you would really, really fit in. Like, this was the committee for me. So I had my spec and my committee, decided in my mind before I was coming here. And then, through God's will, everything went smooth. And, I ended up in the college with the spec and the committee. So yes, if you're okay with marketing, you want marketing, this is the place to be. Hello says, can you please share a structured plan on how to prep for SNAP exam in the remaining 2 months? See, this is one. I mean, 2 months, a month ago it's 3 months, a month ago it's 4 months, a month after it would be 1 month. So this is something that keeps on changing. See, I'd just say that, focus on your strengths right now. So right now you should be able to recognize where you're lacking and where you're really, on your game. So you just keep brushing up. So maybe, I don't want to quantify time, but just half an hour a day or 45 minutes a day, you keep brushing that and then really try to work on your weaknesses and identify that is the remaining time enough for you to cover the whole of it? If yes, then do your best to cover it. If not, then try to cover the basics of it because the topic presents a very easy question on the day, and then you should be able to recognize the question, the topic, and hence you'd be able to answer it. So just focus on that. There is no structured plan. There is no one size fits all. No shoe fits every person. So it's kind of that. So you don't have to worry about that. You just have a clear vision as to. So every journey is very personalized. So you don't have to follow a fixed structured plan. Just be okay with your strengths and weaknesses, and then work simultaneously. Do you want to take some questions, Stuti and Yasin?
I just want to remind everyone that we have 4 minutes left. So I hope you're getting on with it. And how is the quiz so far? Challenging, moderate? Are you able to solve it? Okay, moderate, good, good. I see you have your preparation going.
So to answer
Yeah.
so
Go
just
ahead.
answer Aditya's question, right? Both SIBM and SCMHRD are premier institutes, right? Under our own symbiosis family, and our percentiles obviously vary every year, right? But it's generally safe to target a 99 percentile, to get into top colleges. So you don't need to worry about that.
Okay, Shreyan is asking, please provide me some information about the weightage of final selection criteria. So firstly, Shreyan, the final selection depends on your SNAP score, your group exercise, and your personal interaction. The weightages for all three of them and how the back process actually comes forward, we'll be telling you later on in the further slides. Also, guys, it's 12:37. We'll be ending the quiz at 12:39. I request all of you all to submit your answers so that you can win exciting rewards.
So Onkar, to answer your question, the syllabus, the curriculum more or less is the same for across management exams. So you just need to tailor make your strategy for each and every exam, and we'll be talking more about SNAP, and you will get a lot of perspective how we thought about the exam and how we wanted to give it. So you just need to have one strategy for yourself and how you are going to approach questions and the exam as a whole, and then you'll be fine. So yes, we'll be talking more about that post the quiz. Different scores are a bit tough to remember right now, the exact score, and we don't want to misquote ourselves. But the SNAP percentiles, I think, were told. So, Stuti and Nyasa, can you reiterate yours?
So mine was a 99.34. Nyasa.
I scored a 99.3 percentile.
Also, guys, the score versus percentile, it depends on the difficulty level of the paper each year. So you can't have like a target score that if you score this much, you'll be able to score a 99 percentile. Just remember that while you are sitting in the exam, solve the maximum number of questions accurately under that pressure, and that will help you score a 99 percentile plus.
As far as marketing goes, I'm of a similar interest, and I'll tell you, the curriculum here is rigorous enough. It's deep and enriching enough. It's been taught by people who are from the industry, worked in the industry, currently in the industry, coming in for guest lectures, coming in as adjunct faculty. So you absolutely don't have to worry. See, any sort of certifications and courses are never underappreciated. But as far as meeting the criteria, you don't need anything. If you're hard enough here in terms of going through the curriculum properly, I think it's more than enough. So yeah.
Guys, the time's up. Time to submit your quizzes.
Harsh, you are very welcome to unmute yourself and ask your doubts.
All right, perfect. Am I audible? Hello, am I
Yes, you
audible?
are audible.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes, you're audible.
Okay, so perfect. So firstly, very good afternoon to you folks. So I'm a Snap aspirant as well, but I'm not taking cats, so I won't beat around the bush. I'll get straight to the point. So SIBM is like my bird's eye target, but I'm not taking cat, as I said. So what do I do to be 10 steps ahead of the competition? That's my direct question.
Right. So, as far as your preparation and anything that you want to do, right? Fair. So it's good, right, that you want to be 10 steps ahead, right? So let's start by step one, which is getting the curriculum done, right? So you first have to just be thorough with all the concepts, and again, we'd be coming to basically what not the syllabus exactly, the exhaustive list of the syllabus, but what we have seen recently and how many questions from where that we have had, right? So that's one. You need to go through that very properly, right? You try to give as many mocks as possible, and then you try to analyze them. So I know it's a very overused statement, and you've probably been very bored of it now, but it is the only way to success, which is just knowing your strengths and weaknesses. So just by getting the percentile in your mock and then seeing, oh, this was good. No, so this could have been a good. Maybe the paper was difficult, and whatever percentile you achieved is actually a good one. So it's not as low. So judging the percentile alone on its face value is not the way to go. And then secondly, or in fact, thirdly, give your mocks properly, right? I've been saying this around sessions, right? That once, so what we do, we have a tendency, right? So if suppose I have X percentile in my mock, and then I say that, yeah, I did not give it fully. When I give it fully, I'll get X plus 10. But what happens is when you give it with concentration and you put that pressure on yourself, you probably get X minus 10 because the pressure, the stakes are much high because you want to challenge yourself. So you need to give mocks properly, try to give them in a bit of some uncomfortable situations, sometimes in good conditions. So just those small tips would sort of give you that edge. But yes, the basics have to be covered very well. So you need to know everything about the curriculum, and you need to be thorough with your marks.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
So we have a question. What can freshers talk about in interviews? So I'm a fresher myself. I have done a BA in psychology. And what I talked about the most in my interview experience or personal interaction experience, it was more like a communication. And hence I talked about the sort of leadership experiences I've had, the volunteering experiences, the internships, and what my hobbies were, and mostly around the research I had done. So it was very much based on my resume. And apart from that, a little bit about the current affairs.
Okay, we have another question. Are there any Alumni Connect sessions held during the first 1 month before choosing the specialization? So yes, there are a lot of sessions conducted in that 1 month, and you will also have your classes going on, which is basically a case-based learning experience. So you get to know a lot of things before you can choose your specialization. I would like to say that don't worry about your specialization right now. Prepare the best for your SNAP exam and do your best in the group exercise and personal interaction process. And we'll help you in choosing the specialization once you're there. I think we can move on to the next slide.
Right. So talking about Snap now. So how do we approach this, and what is the yes, Aditya, just a couple more slides, and then we can take up your question. No worries. So the general English, right? So Stuti, how was your general English? So yes, any weaknesses around, right? Stuti, Nyasa, first let me know yours, and then we want in the chat. So which is the section that you guys fear a lot, right? And Stuti, what was it for you, and Nyasa, what was it for you?
So for me, I loved doing general English. It was one of my strongest suits, and my worst section was quantitative ability, as I told you guys. So yeah, and I think in the SNAP exam, it becomes very important for you to identify your strongest and your not so good suits, and you can play around with it. We'll also tell you the strategies when we talk about the mocks. Meanwhile, NASA, can you tell us what was your strongest and your weakest suit?
I actually enjoyed analytical and logical reasoning a lot. I actually started solving Sudoku to develop the sort of mindset to approach the LR questions. And apart from that, uh, quants was something that was a bit challenging for me as well. But again, you take as many mocks as you can and you try to improve.
Fantastic. She said analytical and logical reasoning was her best suit. It was not so best for me. It was kind of a hurdle that I had to overcome. But QA, DI and data sufficiency was good for me, right? I really enjoyed that section. So yes, we have 15 questions from General English, 25 from my weakest suit, which is analytical and logical reasoning, right? And QA, DI and data sufficiency, that's 20. So you have 60 minutes, you have 60 questions. So the average comes about 1 minute per question. But as far as the marks for every correct answer go, it's a 1 for every correct and minus 0.25 for incorrect. So and as far as the 3 attempts go, we don't take averages, we don't take any score that we want, we take the best of 3, right? So whichever attempt you'll have your best score will be considered as your top score, and according to that your percentile will be decided. So again, no worries on that as well. Moving on to the next slide. Right. Stuti, do you want to take this one?
Yes. So we'll now be looking at the SNAP timeline. You can have a picture of this slide because this is one of the most important slides. Now, your SNAP registration will close on the 20th of November. And once you fill the SNAP form, apply for SNAP, then what you have to do is apply for different colleges under the Symbiosis umbrella. Okay. So for that, one of the colleges is our college, that is SCMHRD. And we close the registrations one day before the first SNAP exam, that is on the 5th of December. So make sure after filling the SNAP form, you apply for SCMHRD as well. Then the admit cards are generally released 1 week prior to your exam and your SNAP test date. So we told you about giving SNAP exam in 3 attempts, right? So SNAP 1 is on the 6th of December, SNAP 2 on the 14th of December, and SNAP 3 on the 20th of December. And the results will be announced on 9th of January. This is the tentative date, but mostly it's around the same time. And yeah, that is a little bit about it. Okay, now let's have a look at the SNAP syllabus. So you can take a picture of this slide again. So for English, we have vocabulary, comprehension, grammar. For LR, we have puzzles, my favorite, blood relations, again, my favorite. Ansish, what is your favorite since, you didn't like LR that much. So what is one that you could, sort of manage?
Yeah, so my favorite was nothing. I did not have a favorite in this. I had many favorites in QA plus DI. I had many favorites in general English. I used to get through with the general English section in 4, 5, 6 minutes max. But yes, I don't have any favorites. I don't want to lie.
What about you, Nyasa?
So blood relations, directions being my favorite. Apart from that, I really liked clocks and calendars. They were really fun.
Okay, fantastic. Then we have the quantitative and data sufficiency section. Arithmetic was my favorite. Algebra, geometry, didn't like that much. Okay, so this is just a small list. These are some of the important topics that we've seen that come across every year. And this is something that you should not be missing out on. So take a picture, practice all of these, but this is not an exhaustive list. You have to practice something else, but these are some of the important topics. Now, moving on, we go to the next slide. These are some myths about the SNAP exam. Nyasya, would you like to take it?
Yes. So have you guys heard or have certain myths about SNAP? You can post them in the chat box. But meanwhile, these are some we could identify, and I would like to address these. So sectional cutoff exists. No, there are no sectional cutoffs. The overall score just matters. There are lengthy passages in VARC. Mostly, you will find short short passages, and it's more focused on vocab and grammar. Then we have Snap is just like CAT. No, I do believe that both of their patterns are very different, and Snap is more speed heavy, and you need to be accurate with your answers, and it's not very deep analysis heavy. You need to attempt all questions. In Snap exam, accuracy matters, and one thing you need to remember is that we have 0.25 penalty as well for a wrong answer. Only engineers can crack Snap. Now, this is something that we really need to address, because all of the people on this panel who are addressing to you right now, we are not engineers. And so we can do it, you can definitely do it. And as we have previously shown, we have a diverse academic background present on the campus. Then moving on, mocks aren't important. Now, this is something that you really need to understand, that mocks is something that's going to make you understand your solving pattern, where your strengths lie, where your weaknesses lie, where you want to spend a lot of time, which section you want to get done with as soon as possible. It's basically, it will teach you time management, which is the biggest challenge when you are approaching or trying to attempt the SNAP exam. So moving on, we have pretty much covered all of these, but I would like to reiterate it. SNAP exam is all about speed and accuracy. So you need to start working on these aspects. The next is time management. You need to time yourselves in regards to what section you are taking the most time with, what section is your strongest, and it is taking less time, and accordingly you can shift time accordingly. Guys, did you have any specific strategies for the same while solving?
Yeah, I had a particular strategy while attempting mocks. So I used to give one mock every day when the SNAP exam was quite close. And I would start with the mock and then post the mock, like we have talked at length about analysis. So I would analyze what questions I was able to solve and what questions I could have solved but didn't solve it in that time limit. And the third type of category was what questions I didn't know at all. So I would have a look at those questions. I would also analyze what section for me was the weakest and the strongest. After that, after analyzing, one of the major parts that people forget is to strategize. So I would frame my strategy for the next mock that I was going to take the next day. What I would do is identify my weakest and strongest suits, use them, and make a strategy that I was applying the next day. And then, this cycle continued. It actually helped me because during the SNAP exam, those 3 exams almost felt like 3 other mocks, and it was genuinely like very very comfortable for me to give the exam.
Fair. Let's again take some questions first. I'll like to address Aditya if he wants to ask something. Okay. Yes, we can move on if Aditya is not available. So we have Aditya. Yes, go on, Aditya, if you want to ask.
Hey, hi team. Hello. Is my voice audible?
Yes.
you're
Hi,
audible.
hello. Yes.
No,
it's audible.
actually, I just have a doubt. Can you please suggest me some verbal tips like you used to follow in your attempts while you were attempting the SNAP exam? And also the how much amount of mock did you give before attempting the real SNAP mocks? Because while you attempt the real exam, that is very different compared to the mocks, like the pressure, the everything. So I just need a brief about it, the strategy and everything.
Yeah, we completely get the pressure part, right? And that's our aim, because we
Yeah.
understand the pressure that you're going through right now and whatever you must be feeling, but it's completely normal to feel that. So as far as the number of mocks go, I think I arranged around the 15 mark. I think Stuti was a bit more, and I think Nyasa was also a bit more. So we'll get to the number of mocks there. But as far as attempting go, see, there will always be a pressure difference. That is why the whole point that I was wanting to make was that always give your mocks very seriously. Don't take it as a mock. Each and every one of your mocks should be the last in your mind, it should be the last paper that you're going to give. So that should be the seriousness with which you need to give mocks, because once you do that, you put so much pressure on yourself. So even if unfortunately something goes wrong on the D day, so your laptop might not be working, or your the person on the right side of you, his or her laptop is not working, system is not working, and then they're fixing that, and there's a lot of noise and stuff. So you should be that comfortable with the uncomfortable that you should be able to concentrate on your paper. It's a quick paper. We call it a student-friendly exam, but the other side of it is that there are only 60 minutes. So if it starts going downslide, it could go fast. So you have to be very attentive about that. So just put pressure on yourself, even when you're giving mocks. Analyze them properly. Don't just give a mock for the sake of it. Don't put your number. I've given 10, 15, 20 mocks. A mock is a mock not analyzed is a mock wasted. So you need to really focus on analysis, and just on the pressure part. Once you put yourself in those situations more and more, you will eventually get comfortable.
Okay. Fine. Okay.
Fantastic. I think we had a question
And
which
also
asked.
one more thing,
Yeah,
bro.
go on.
The major difference between SHMRD and SIBM regarding the cutoff, like if you scored 99, so what is the chance of getting both the calls? Like I think so you also scored 99 around something. So I just have a doubt, like अगर 99 स्कोर करने के बाद भी अगर SIBM नहीं है तो मतलब उसका पीछे मेजर रीजन कुछ हो सकता है, तो like in that way.
Right. So as far as the admissions process go, we would be coming to that, and the prime goal for you should be to score 99 percentile, right? And keep it. Why 99? Go 99.99, right? Keep your aim as high as you can, and then you need to perform well in your GE and PI processes, and then you can eventually get shortlisted for all the colleges that you want. And it's not a process just for here; it's a process across, right? So first, I would suggest till the day you give your exam, your only focus should be getting a 99. So first get a 99.
Okay.
After you've given the exam, your heart should be that I gave it my all, and there was nothing left in the tank for me to give. And now you'd have a chance to refresh, rejuvenate when the cutoffs come out, when your name comes out, and then you can strategize on the further part. But for right now, only the uno focus that you need to have right now is scoring a 99.
Okay, cool, bro. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What are the
Now, a
criteria
few,
for
yeah, please continue.
hello?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, what are the criteria for GDPR?
Could you please pardon?
What are the criteria for GDPR?
So the GEPI is what we call it. It happens after you give your SNAP exam. So you get your results somewhere around the month of January. Then you get calls for group exercise and personal interaction, which Antariksh will be talking about next in the next slide. This is the process that you go through, and then you get the final shortlist for our college.
Right, let's move on. If any questions are still left, you can just reiterate them in the chat. The chat has gone a bit.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So yes, we can move on to the next slide till now. Till then. Can we move on to the next slide? Right, fantastic. Yes, we were just talking about the admissions process here. So once your eligibility is being judged for the admission, we take a composite score out of 100, out of which 50 is your SNAP score, which is scaled down from 60 to 50. So 50 marks would be from there, 40 would be from personal interaction, and then 10 would be from your group exercise. So why do we call it personal interaction, right? So, there's no grilling involved. There is no, you have to answer, you want to answer. It's just that we want to know how you're a fit for us. We want to know that, yes, your CV says a lot of technical things about you, academic things about you, but we want to know you as a person. Like, can you blend into the culture? Do you consider reaching an MBA college the final goal, or do you still want to thrive? So, if you reach the top, it's harder to stay there, as they say, right? So do you still have it to keep on going on? And then, can you fit into the culture as well? The symbiosis umbrella, right? The values that we hold, can you blend into that? And then as far as the group exercise goes, and again, why do we call it a group exercise? Because the ultimate motivation for us here is to get the answer to the question that is asked. You'll be given a problem or whatever, right? It's not about overcoming different people. It's not about cutting and just going overboard with your teammates, your compatriots. It's more about reaching to a solution holistically, and how you've taken taken lead of everything, and you've taken everyone together and then come to a conclusion. So these are the things that are primarily looked at. So it's 50, 40, and 10, right? So moving on.
Before that, I can see certain questions on mocks. So guys, for mock tests, number one, you have to practice the previous year papers. Number two, we also have certain quizzes, which is a month-long quiz. We have it on our social media handles. The event is called Rookie. You'll find it. We'll share with you the links to our handles. So we have a month-long quiz. Then we also have 3 sectionals, and we have 3 full-length mocks for you to practice. So yes, you need to stay updated and follow our social media handles. You will get through the mocks. Apart from that, you also have your coaching institute's mocks. So make full use of that. And yes, that's how you'll have a good mix of all the mocks. Moreover, you also have certain mocks that are given by the Symbiosis International University. So these are the official mocks as well. So I think with a mix of all of these, you will have enough mocks to practice and ace the exam.
Next slide, please. Right. So talking about filling up the form, and Stuti has already told you about the deadlines, and I hope you did take a picture of it. So now, after you fill up the form, right, this is where we want to drive your focus. So a lot of my friends, I think a couple of my friends, so they basically filled the SNAP form, and then they did not fill up the colleges. So if you don't fill up the colleges, your money, your all of your hard work that you did goes to waste. Because then, if you just fill up the form for SNAP and you don't fill it up for our college, then you cannot be shortlisted for that. So after you filled up the SNAP form, you can see those tick boxes there, which are checked here. You have to check those tick boxes. Tick those check boxes. I beg your pardon. In order for us to consider your eligibility, right? So the 3 boxes, as you see, one is for the core MBA program, the other is for infrastructure development and management, and then the third one being for business analytics. So you have to tick these boxes separately once you fill up the form in order for you to be eligible into our college, right? Moving on. Right. So how many of you know? If you do know, let me know in the chat. How many of you know what case competitions are? If yes, if you have any idea what case competitions are, write yes. If you don't, write no. Right. I can see one yes from Nikhil. He says yes, he knows what case competitions are. Right. Poonam says yes. Pebble says yes. Ritubrata says no. Right. So fair. I had a clue as to what case competitions were because I attended a case competition, which I am now going to talk about. I don't think Stuti had any clue. I don't think Nyasa had any clue. We discussed this, after coming on campus. Yeah, they had no clue about what a case competition is. So case competition is basically, a real world problem by a real world company, and then they come in and give it out to students that solve this for us, right? So if I give you my example, so one of the first, not one of the first case competition that I attended or I was a part of as a student was that of Coca-Cola. So it's not someone pretending to be Coca-Cola and then coming us with a problem. It's Coca-Cola itself putting out a big problem, a big logistical operational problem that they were facing out on a public platform called Unstop, which is a very important, social media, which is a very important platform that you need to be aware of once you're an MBA student, because that will be the place where you'll have all your case competition. So there they put out a problem, and then you as aspirants have to go on and solve it. So just to give you a taste of what MBA life is going to be, and just to let you know of how you need to approach these problems, we at SCMHRD have designed a case competition for all the aspirants. It's exclusively for aspirants. So if you could take out your phones and scan this, and I'd recommend keeping your phones on the side. We will be making you scan a lot of things right now. So yes, just if you could just scan this, and it will take you up to a page where you just need to fill up the basic details, and you will be registered with the official 𝗪𝗲𝗃, right, which is our real business world challenge for all different specialization. So it's just to give you a taste of how your MBA life is going to be. And then, in fact, I last year was a part of 𝗪𝗲𝗃, and I actually was a part of this case competition. And my goal and my motivation to join this case competition was this. As you can see on the right-hand side, the bottom right of your slide, which is getting a chance to visit the SCMHRD campus. We just don't say it out, right? Just for the sake of it. Actually, 9 of you will be selected in the last round, will get the chance to be presenting your case at SCMHRD Pune in front of our judges. And it will be an all-sponsored trip for you to come to Pune. So some of you would be in Maharashtra, would think Pune is just here, but I was from Delhi. And for me to get a chance to present my case, even before I was an MBA student, all for free was a very, very, very good chance. Although I couldn't get to the final round. That's a separate issue altogether. But I did participate, and that's where I came to know about this. And I would highly encourage you to scan this, fill up your basic details, and yes, just go on with this case competition.
Also, guys, once you have scanned and registered for this, we would like you to just drop a yes in the chat box so that we can know if you've registered. One of the most important aspects of case competitions in B schools and why it is considered of such great importance is because of PPIs and PPOs. So does any of you know what PPIs and PPOs are? You can type down in the chat box. Yes. Okay. Pawan and Nikhil say yes. So basically, PPI is pre-placement interview and PPO, yes, rightly said by all of you, is pre-placement offer. So basically, what happens is once you register for a case competition, the company also can give you pre-placement interview or pre-placement offer. So you cut the chase of sitting through the entire process of the company, and by solving this one case competition, you can actually land up an interview, the final round with the company, or actually an offer with the company. And this has actually been the case with one of our seniors who has landed into a company through a case competition. And this is the exact same reason why in any B school that you go to, be it SCMHRD or any other B school, Unstop is going to be your new Instagram that has all the case competitions, and you will be out and about registering and participating in case competitions. So I urge all of you to register for it so that you get a hang of, how case competitions look like. Also, we will be having a workshop in the round 2 where we'll be telling you how to solve the case. So that will be of, great importance to all of you guys. Also, guys, if you have registered for it, please drop a yes in the chat box. Moreover, we're looking for questions. You have any questions, you can ask us.
Yes, Shriyam, go on.
Good afternoon. I have a query that after registering in the SNAP website, is there any other process that needs to be completed in the SCMHRD website or any other procedures apart from the website, SNAP website?
Yeah. No, so once you fill the form, you'll be getting a window, which is for you to select the colleges that you want to apply. So basically, the first form is for you to be able to give SNAP. So you're eligible for SNAP. The second, where you have to tick the boxes for all the colleges and the programs you want to apply, is basically telling all the colleges, hey, I've given the SNAP. Can you please take my score? Can you please accept my score? So that is where we're telling you that once you filled up the main SNAP form, on the same website itself, you will have a portal wherein you have to select all the programs and all the colleges that you want to apply for. You'll see the 3 boxes next to SCMHRD. One will be core, one will be IDM, infrastructure development and management. The other would be business analytics. So if you're eligible for all 3, I'd say go for all 3. In terms of giving snaps, I'd say go for all 3 as well, because you'd have a better chance of getting the best percentile that you want to. So yes.
Okay, that's all then. No other procedures, right?
None.
Okay. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Also, guys, a few of you have been asking about Unstop. So Unstop again has Strata Zeal, which is our case competition. And secondly, for the rookie that we were talking about, to register for the mocks, you need to go to Unstop. So for the 3 full length and 3 sectionals, you go to Unstop. And for the daily quizzes on rookie, you go to our social media handles. Now we'll be presenting to you the life at SCMHRD. So this is a small glimpse of how when you join our college, your life is going to look like. So have a look at it. I hope you enjoy the video. Yes, so I hope all of you like the video. I can see some beautiful comments on the chat. And if you have any more questions, please let us know.
Any last question, folks? Otherwise, we can wrap this up. It was very nice. You guys are very interactive, and this is what we're doing
So, hi.
because, yes, go on, Dhiru.
Yeah. So I had one doubt, like I had registered for SIBM Pune. So I had completed my registration. So now do I have the chance to apply again for SCMHRD or some other symbiosis colleges, or it is done? I mean, will I get another chance to re-register for SCMHRD and other colleges in the same portal?
Yes, you do definitely have the chance to register for SCMHRD until 5th of December. So it is open. You can go to the portal again and put a tick on SCMHRD's programs as well. And you make sure that you apply to all the 3 specializations. By the way, what is your background? Do you have a work experience?
No, I don't have any work
It's okay.
experience. I'm
So
only
you
eligible for
apply,
the core
yeah.
MBA. Yeah.
Yes, you are only eligible for the MBA core program and make sure you apply to it.
Okay. Thank you.
I guess no one has any doubt now.
Yes, sir, I think we're done.
Okay. Thank you so much, Antriksh, Stuti, and Nelson for the session. And I hope everyone who has attended this session today, your each and every minute was worth attending this session, and hope all your doubts got cleared by these folks. So thank you so much, SCMHRD.
Thank you so much, sir.
for sharing.
Just a side note, sir. So
Sure,
if
sure.
anyone has any more queries left, that this is why we've given you this one last thing to scan. This is for if you have any queries. We have I think you will get to a link, wherein you can basically get to any of our social media platforms, and any more doubts that you have, you can feel very free about it, and then you can shoot your doubts there, and we will be addressing them there, so you don't have to worry. But you just need to scan there and get to our social media pages, and all of your favorite news about the college, the placements that everyone wants to talk about, right? It's first uploaded there, and then we get the whole brochure out. So you don't have to worry. So just scan this, get to our social media platforms, and access them, right? Yes, sir.
Sure. Thank you so much, Antriksh. Yes, Aditya, he has a doubt that is the hostel inside the campus. It is inside itself. And Suti, you were mentioning something about to get the access to those 3 mocks. So can you please repeat that once again so before we wrap up this?
Yeah, so we have this event called Rookie. Under Rookie, you get access to 3 full-length mocks and 3 sectional mocks, along with daily quizzes that happen on our social media handles. So for our social media handles, you have to scan here. This is exactly what we were talking about. And from our social media handles, you will get a link to the Unstop. So in Unstop, we have registrations for the last 3 mocks that we are talking about. We have registrations for them. So you register for it on Unstop, and then you get the access to it. In the month of November, the entire month, we'll be having the quizzes that will be on our social media handles. And post that, we'll be having this on Unstop, the full length mocks. You register on Unstop, everything, you will be getting it on our social media handles. So you'll get the links for Unstop from there itself. So make sure you follow us all in all our social media handles.
Sure. Thank you, Suti. Thank you, Antriksh, so much once again. And thank you, everyone, those who have joined us for your time. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much, sir, for the opportunity, and all of you guys for being such active participants.
Thank you.
Ma'am, what about the quiz result?
Oh, yes, we do have winners. So for the winners, we have Onkar Bhosale and Shreyan Kumar. You will be getting some vouchers on your email. So the email that you had put in the form, the Google form for the quiz, I hope that was correct. And keep on checking on it. We'll be sending you your vouchers, which will be your, exciting prizes for the quiz. So many, many congratulations.
Shreyan had kept his fingers crossed, so yeah, that worked. So Omkar and Shreyan, well done. Well done. Keep checking your email.
Good luck for your exams, and we hope to see you on campus.
Yeah, I just hope they get into the campus as your juniors. Sure.
Right, sir.
Thank
I
you.
think
Yeah,
we're done.
bye.
Thank you so much, sir.
Sure. Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.